Listen, my gorgeous Capricorn, something really unusual, something really weird, something bizarre, it's actually going to happen right at the beginning of this week, okay? And of course, I'm going to be honest with you like I always am. I think that somebody is maybe going to be like a little bit rude. Okay, so somebody is gonna be a little bit rude to you at the beginning of this week, but you know why this is going to be actually really brilliant. I know it sounds really weird. Somebody is going to be so rude at the beginning of this week to you, my gorgeous Capricornians, but listen to me very carefully. The moment in time somebody is a little bit rude to you at around the beginning of this week, that moment in time, you know something is going to happen, and you're not going to feel sad, you're not going to feel down, you're not going to feel negative, you're not going to feel anxious or depressed in any way, because this particular person is going to be like a little bit rude to you. But you are actually going to start feeling really great. Not only at that moment in time, you are clearly going to know and realize that what is on your mind and why this person was rude to you in the first place. That moment in time, you will know that this is indeed something for you here, like this is indeed something that you should do. And indeed at that moment in time, you are going to have such a great sense of urgency. So you see, my urgency towards what you should have a great sense of urgency towards, okay? So this is important. So you see, my gorgeous Capricornians, not necessarily if somebody is a little bit rude to you about something really specific, it's not necessarily a bad thing, my baby. In your case, this is going to work in your favor so beautifully, because this is going to be a sign, and this is going to be one of the greatest realizations you've ever had in your entire life when it comes to something happening from a completely kind of bizarre and weird situation, you know, which is going to have a completely opposite like effect on you, which is absolutely brilliant. Not only you are really gonna know what you need to do like as soon as you possibly can. Just remember that person is gonna be rude to you because of something really specific, and at that moment in time, instead of you being sad and negative, you're gonna elevate like a big mama, and you're gonna be really glad, and you will know that you are you will know that you are onto something really great, really big when it comes to yourself, and when it comes to that particular thing which you are gonna be thinking about. And even more so, like after that moment in time, my gorgeous Capricornians, you see, you will know, this is gonna be a sign. So somebody being a little bit rude to you, this is gonna be a sign exactly what you should do. So because that person is gonna be rude to you about something really specific, but this is gonna work so perfectly for you, because it's gonna be to you, you will know what most certainly you should do. And not that long after that moment in time, you're going to have such a powerful omen and such a powerful sign. And this particular omen and sign that you're gonna have, again, it's gonna be completely different, completely unusual. I mean, you've never had signs like this before. So it means that something really bizarre is gonna happen, really unusual. Perhaps it's gonna happen in such a way where you're trying to explain to somebody which sign you've had and what you got out of it. Maybe lots of people wouldn't even believe you that you've had a sign like this. So something really outworldly, it's actually going to happen, and it's really gonna shake you up to the point where you are gonna be 1,000,000% certain at this moment in time that you are on the right path, and you are doing the right thing. You are on the right path, and you are doing the right thing, okay? And this is gonna be probably one of the biggest confirmations you've ever had. And it's again along those lines, if you try to explain this to people, they just couldn't understand you where you're actually coming from. So this is gonna be like really personal, my gorgeous Capricornians, but also it's like gonna be like a really powerful confirmation, you know, that you are on the right path, doing the right thing when it comes to that specific thing that other person was rude to you in the first place. Just remember that it is about something really, really specific here, okay? And then after that, you will have that sign, and this is gonna be like, oh my God, you will like, you're gonna be absolutely certain. And this in itself, it's really pretty much so to do with a certain idea. It's to do with a certain idea. So what that person was like initially rude to you, it's to do with like a certain idea. But this to you means so much. So it's all gonna boil down towards that particular idea. You need to understand how important this is, because now this is all gonna like kind of prepare you like so much better for that idea. And a little bit of bravery which you've actually needed now along the way, and especially right now at the beginning, now you're gonna get this. So this is going to rejuvenate you, your spirit and your soul, my gorgeous Capricornians, and that's why you are gonna feel things like kind of in a different way, okay? Because this in itself, it's really bringing that much needed clarity into your life. So it's about this particular idea, okay? And this idea, it's about you transforming this particular goal into reality, which you are gonna realize right now. Well, now it's time to do this. You're gonna become ridiculously confident about your power. And once you become so confident about your power, my gorgeous Capricornians, nothing is going to stop you ever again. Nothing is going to stop you ever again. This idea, it's an idea which you've had on your mind for a while now, but things just haven't been happening because other things have been delayed a little bit, and along the way a couple of other things kind of put you off, in terms of maybe you thinking, oh, it's not the right time, just because you're waiting for something specific to happen. No baby, no. Now you must not wait for anything else. You need to plunge into this aspect of your life as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you understand what this idea is, as soon as you take this idea on, your life is like literally going to start transforming in itself. So this is why this is going to be so important. You are going to become ridiculously confident about your power when it comes to you transforming this particular idea into reality. And intuitively you will know something you didn't know before. Intuitively there are going to be all sorts of vision that you are going to have when it comes to that idea. Certain visions you've never had before, and other visions you've had for a very, very long time. But there are new visions which are going to come to you, which are going to be connected to this idea. And you will understand that something unlocked within, something really powerful unlocked within, and you are going on the next level of your spiritual journey with all this. It's not only that you're going to have all sorts of ideas which you didn't have like before, when it comes to like how much this is actually going to affect your future, but also at the same time, this is all going to contribute towards you making an important decision. Very, very important decision you're going to make here. I'm not being funny. You know why? And I'm not going to lie to you, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is going to be hard work. This is to do this idea. Okay, it's not gonna be something, oh yeah, baby, I just do this, let's go, my life changes like right now. Yeah, 1 week later, I'm like big mama. No. It's not gonna happen that fast, my gorgeous Capricornians, whatsoever. And it is gonna be some kind of a hard work here. And there are gonna be some kind of like a really big adjustments you're gonna need to make in like about 2 months time from now on. There is gonna be a massive adjustment which you're gonna need to make. But what can I say to you? If you think about that massive adjustment right now, it would scare you and you would run on miles. But once you get there, you will see that's imminent. That's imminent adjustment. That adjustment is going to change your life forever for the better. It's going to be so important when it comes to you making the most out of life. But you need to wait a couple of months in order to see how this is going to unfold. And this is wonderful because all this that's happening right now, it's already bringing you a really lovely surprise in as little as 4 weeks time. In 4 weeks time, you're going to have a lovely surprise, which is going to come in the form of this a really significant opportunity for you as well. Absolutely brilliant. So you will realize that you need to make an important decision based on that idea, indeed, but it's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard work, but what can I say when things are going to pay off? Not only that, listen to me very carefully. Oh my God, I'm getting so excited for you. I'm literally getting so excited for you because I know you also, my gorgeous Capricornians, have been through so much. You have also been through so much, you know, and you've also gave so much of your love to other people. And there was this particular person who you were persistently worrying about for a long time, because there was this really beautiful person in your life, or there is a beautiful person in your life who was affected by somebody else. There was demons around that person in your life. There was a person in your life, and there is still a person in your life who is maybe like a little bit younger, or maybe it's your child, or maybe it's like a younger spirit, but there was a person who was going through all sorts of difficulties because the demonic creatures have created, the demonic creatures made sure that that person is having difficulties with something, which means that that particular person who is in your life, who you love so much, gorgeous person, really young spirit, or a younger person in itself, has been suffering so much because somebody else has done something really bad to them. Somebody was complete bastard to that person, and that person is gorgeous. Somebody in your life, whether it's your child, whether it's your family member, somebody's just, or maybe like somebody very friendly with you with a younger spirit. This is a gorgeous person, a lovely person, a very positive person, very optimistic person, just so genuine in so many different ways. And I think that somebody else took a terrible advantage of that person, and you know this, you were aware of this, and this was eating you inside, and you were dealing with this for so long, but you have no idea how much of your energy this actually took. And I'm talking about the situation that has been like kind of affecting you for the last few years, maybe, you know. The last few years, it's the worrying about a specific person in your life. You were worrying, bless your heart. But all this kind of already has resolved itself. And that person is going to be absolutely fine. That person is going to be absolutely okay. The bottom line is that person in your life has learned their lesson. And that's all what it counts and all what it matters. And when it comes to you, you know, what am I trying to say? That you were so giving so much love to somebody over the last 2 or 3 years. You were worrying about something persistently. You have got a very, very good heart, very good heart. And I think that lots of people don't even understand what a good heart you actually have, my gorgeous Capricornians, because there are lots of people who get you in the wrong way. Oh, Capricornians, weird, strange, bizarre. You know what I mean? I've got all things in me, weird, strange, bizarre. You know, I get you, I feel you. But it's just people get you in the wrong way completely. Sometimes people don't understand how emotional you are, how giving you are. And I know how giving and emotional you are because you changed that person's life. All this is gonna get back to you. All this is about to get back to you. But I'm just saying that these energies have been affecting you because you were worrying about something so much. Bless your heart. You were so giving your energy, and the more energy you gave, you know, you did do something very successful. You played a huge role, and all this is gonna get back to you, trust me. And this week is gonna be so connected to it, because this week you're gonna hear a remarkable news when it comes to that particular person in your life who you were worrying about so much. When you hear what that person is doing, or when you hear what's happening in that person's life, so it's the one that you love, the one that's part of your life, the good person I'm talking about, your family member, your friend. When you hear news about this person this week, you are going to be over the moon. Something amazing is going to happen in that person's life in terms of success. You are going to feel so proud of yourself, and I'm so glad, because you deserve all this. I say you deserve all this because this means to you so much. It's going to probably mean to you more than it means to that person. So it means that it's somebody whom you are very much so emotionally connected to. And that means a couple of things. On one hand, you're going to feel so happy, and then on another hand, you will be able to relax. But subconsciously, you did not even realize how much was this actually draining your energy. So this is brilliant. So another thing that this week is going to bring you an amazing news about somebody whom you're gonna feel so proud. You're gonna feel so proud, my gorgeous Capricornians, like, my goodness, like, wow. So not going back to the beginning of this week, yeah, so it's not only gonna be like a hard work when it comes to you making this decision. You must not allow this hard work to put you off, because I can see you thinking, oh my God, this is gonna be difficult, this is gonna be hard. No, baby, no. The more you think it's gonna be difficult and the more you think it's gonna be hard, my gorgeous Capricornians, the more you're gonna be standing in your own way. So just put away that little bastard here and just carry on with your life. Not only, I know, I'm gonna say now, not only that this part of your life, you know, something really incredible, it's about to begin. The moment in time you make this decision, something really incredible, it's about to begin. Couple of days later, something incredible is going to happen, and you are going to find yourself at the beginning at such a beautiful stage of your life, completely surprising, completely unexpected, and it's going to be brilliant, because in 2 days, in a couple of days after that moment in time, because you've made that decision, you've just opened yourself up. All you need to do is just make this decision and the door are about to open. In just 2 days after that moment in time, you're already going to become aware of the more possibility and more bright prospects that are going to be connected to that decision which you've kind of made a couple of days before that. So you're going to find out even more bright prospects and more possibilities connected to it, but also something really bad, it's going to come to an end. You will be able to detach yourself from something very bad and very negative the moment in time you start to focusing on this new venture. Absolutely brilliant indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, do you know what? This is a weird one, because at around the midweek, you know, somebody at around the midweek, it's not that somebody is gonna be telling you this, but while you're looking at somebody else, while you're watching somebody else, you know, while you're paying attention to somebody else at around the midweek, and this could be anybody really, while you're paying attention to somebody else at around the midweek, you know, you are really kind of going to be reminded of something which you have been so indecisive about for so long. So you're going to be watching somebody or who is doing something successfully, or who's enjoying something successfully, or who's living their life in such a way when it comes to something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to bring into your life, but you were so indecisive about this as well. And now this particular person is going to remind you of that aspect of your life. And this is important, because just remember, you have been very indecisive about something that you should also like kind of start considering very, very seriously, because at this stage of your life, this is nothing but a really part of this, a really good karma, which is going to come to you. So the moment in time at around the midweek, when somebody reminds you of something that they have in their life, but you have been so indecisive about, because you have been indecisive about this, that didn't kind of happen. And this is really kind of going to affect you, where you're going to have a bit of like a hermit moment after that moment in time. And when we have a hermit moment, you know, we have this enlightening experience where so many things come to the surface and we go really, really deep. And the deeper we go, the more things are going to come to the surface. And you are going to realize, you know, that pretty much so intuitively, something is going to come to you intuitively, that, you know, you are really gonna need to kind of make a decision when it comes to that aspect of your life here that has been making you really, really indecisive for so long, you know. And this intuitive message which you are going to have, my gorgeous Capricornians, is now suddenly you're going to realize, because you were indecisive about this, that in itself did actually create a little domino effect effect, and you're going to be remembered an aspect of your life that didn't work out, that meant to you so much, and you were so frustrated, you know, at a time when you became really indecisive about this specific thing, and you're going to be reminded of that aspect, you know, that happened not that long ago, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of the fact that, you know, it's not about so much being indecisive right now, but now you're just going to kind of realize that there is something really important that you're going to have to accept here and move on before you actually before you actually know what are you going to do with this indecisiveness. There is something that you're going to need to first accept and move on, and then after this moment in time, you are going to be able to make an important decision. Only a couple of days later, 2 or 3 days, I would say like 3 days later, there is something so major which you are going to discover, and this major thing which you're going to discover only 3 days later, it's going to open your eyes, and at the same time, it's really going to answer your question. And it's not only about certain question being answered, but it's more about the clarity in general which you're actually going to have. And this, what are you going to discover? It's also for the first time in your life, you are going to become very, very passionate about something really specific you've never felt or been passionate before. And that in itself, it's going to unlock the whole new path for you. And this path is going to keep you busy for like about 2 or 3 weeks. And in 2 or 3 weeks time, you are going to get to the second stage of this particular journey, where you're going to realize how much this was actually connected to this indecisiveness which you had at around the midweek here. And also something is going to happen when it comes to this indecisive situation, and it's not that like you are going to change your mind, but you are going to realize that you've changed, that you grew and you evolve. And now suddenly you're going to realize that, you know, there is something else for you over there, you know, waiting. And suddenly you are going to discover a new passion. And that new passion which you're going to discover, it's really going to help you to see this situation in a completely different light and move on without feeling guilty or whatsoever. So the bottom line is, whatever you feel indecisive here, you will see in 2 or 3 weeks that aspect of your life has come to an end. But the way things are gonna unfold and develop in such a weird way, this in itself was really imminent for you to understand and realize right now, because otherwise you would never discover this new passion I'm talking about here. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Capricornians, like, oh my God. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, what else I was going to say, at around the midweek, and I've seen this before, is just such a bizarre situation, and maybe I've seen this before when it comes to your reading, my gorgeous Capricornians, and maybe you didn't do anything about it, or maybe you were a little bit intimidated, but at around the midweek, you will notice that, you know, somebody is like being horrible to somebody else, somebody's taking advantage of somebody else, and somebody's being vile and horrible to somebody else. Please don't like not to say anything about it. You need to do something about it. And maybe you didn't notice before, maybe you didn't realize before, but if you don't say something right now, later on it's gonna be too late. Okay, I'm not being Dark Lala, but later on it's going to be too late, okay? Because things are going to go so far that nobody's going to be able to do anything about it. But also, that person who is having an advantage taken of them, there is something big happening in that person's life. There is something huge, big happening right now as we speak. So this is why it's important for you to step in as soon as you possibly can. Honestly, I'm not being funny, but I think that you're literally going to save this person's life. Are literally going to save this person's life, you know, and it doesn't have to be necessarily, oh my God, something is going to happen to this person. No, not necessarily, oh, that person is going to like, oh my God, you know, go on a different world, you know, not necessarily, yeah. But I mean that in terms of that person's life, it's going to be destroyed. So this is why you need to do something about it. And there are things happening in that person's life that they're not seeing it, they're not realizing it. So maybe they're like really in love, or something really bizarre is happening in that person's life. Their mind is very clouded, very, very clouded. And you are their guiding light. So you need to do something about it, you know, because otherwise if you don't, you will be blaming yourself forever, you know. So this is why it's always in general in life, if something is not right, just say it, you know. And I myself, I can get intimidated by the people sometimes, you know, if people are asking me something that is completely inappropriate or something, you know, then I can get intimidated very easily, you know, as well, you know. But you need to kind of be strong and you need to stay on top of it, my gorgeous Capricornius, okay? Very, very important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, I absolutely love this. My God, now we are talking, baby. Now we are talking. By the time you get to the end of this week, I like it. You're gonna feel very, very proud. You will be very proud. A really beautiful achievement, my gorgeous Capricornius. Beautiful achievement. This is gonna make you feel really, really good, and you will feel very proud of yourself, and other people are gonna feel proud of yourself as well. This achievement, it's also going to make you realize that there is, again, you need to kind of prepare for something right now. And to prepare, I mean that you're going to need to learn something. There is some kind of learning experience, something you're going to need to learn something, okay? So this is the part of this preparation. But also, as soon as you kind of become aware of this achievement, this is going to be really big achievement. This is going to mean to you really so much. You're going to feel very happy, and you're going to start feeling very, very optimistic, and that in itself is going to make you see things in a different light, especially when it comes to you now suddenly realizing how quickly things are going to change, what an ultimate change you are going to have. And the more you think about it, the more inspired you're going to be. The more you think about it, the more your spirit is going to arise. The more you think about it, the more like new desires and new ideas about your future you will have. And the more you think about it, my gorgeous Capricornius, the more you're going to be moving on from an old life, and the more you're going to be moving on towards a new life, which means that you are going to realize that there is something really big that you're going to need to walk away from. It has come to an end. But then again, what are you doing right now? Your whole quality of your life is going to change. You're going to be much happier. You're going to have less to do, but you will more enjoy yourself. And all I can say is that every single day of your life you will enjoy in a different way, and you will be able to make a most out of it. In terms of flexibility, this is gonna be brilliant. In terms of adaptability, this is gonna be brilliant. In terms of like a money and finances, this is gonna be brilliant. And in terms of your practicality in general, this is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.